Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is the very first club race of the year at Dallas Karting Complex. You can see Justin there in second place tapping his helmet, asking for a push in the back. And shut up, Justin. No one's going to push you on the start. You're on your own, buddy. All right. Big shout out to Hamza, who races 100cc Junior, and Carl, who I met for the first time on this day. He races in Mini Swift. Good to meet you, Carl. Go get it. All right. Coming down for the start. There's 7 drivers in the senior class. And you see Justin here in second place, lines up in the wrong line, and Vicent shoos him to the side a little bit. There you go. Justin's not used to starting up front. Watch for the bog on my cart, right? There, you kind of hear the cart kind of bog, get a bad start. All right, so I'm back in 4th spot. The guy in front of me is in a 125, so he doesn't count. He's in his, he's out here by, running on his own. There's no other 125s, just him. So we're not going to count him in the standings since he's not really racing us. He's got a different, more powerful engine. And you can tell too, if you look to the right, you can see the radiator on the right-hand side. It's probably the best, easiest way to tell. He's got a different cart. All right, so there goes Vicent going inside of Tommy there. The 125's looking inside. And watch what happens here. Comes in a little hot, collects Tommy. I have to check up, and I get passed by 2 people, and Tommy gets passed by me. Now, I have Tommy's footage, and here's from his view. Thank you, Tommy, for the footage. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, he got tangled up there, and it kind of put him kind of far back. All right, this driver here is a 100cc driver, but he's in Masters. So what that means is that when he comes in to weigh, he has to weigh over 300, and I didn't see if he has a KA or a DLR. I think it's over 390 pounds. If you're running in senior, for the KAs, it's 370 pounds, you plus the cart. If you have a VLR, it's 360 pounds, I believe. And this guy in front of me has a VLR, so he should be a little lighter than me. And he's in my class, so here we go. Gonna make the move for 3rd place. Down the straightaway. Gonna watch the over-under. And here it comes. He's not gonna give up. Cart 5, good driver. And we have a yellow flag here. What's going on? Okay, the 125 is bogged down there in the apex, a really bad spot to be stalled out in. All right, so cart 5 is hanging out back there. Gonna try to pass me right back. And I've got Justin in front of me and Vicent. You can kind of see him a little bit in the distance there. I'm going to try to track them down. We still have that cart there. What he should do, if he can't get the cart fired back up, push the cart off of the track as soon as possible and get the cart away from the track, because he's in a really dangerous spot there. And I didn't really know that when I started karting. It wasn't until I got into an incident that I kind of figured that out later. But we'll get that worked out. Let's see if it's clear. We're getting a yellow flag here, and all right, he's off track now, so that's good. He wasn't able to get the cart fired back up. Now on the straight here, I'm going to try to gauge if I'm catching Justin. Got another yellow flag. Man, what's going on? Got a couple of carts into the tire barrier there in turn 1. I need to put a camera right there. A lot of incidents happen there. Put just a GoPro, just static right there, just filming that area and get some footage there. So what I'm going to do on the straightaways here is I'm going to pick like a spot. So what I'm trying to do is figure out if I'm catching Justin. So when Justin starts his turn into turn 1, I'm going to kind of see where I'm at and use that as a reference point. And it looks like it's right roughly when I cross start finish line, kind of use it as a reference point to see if I'm catching him or not. The problem that I'm having is that he's pretty close to Vicent, and Vicent's a fast driver, so he's kind of towing Justin along as far as kind of pacing Justin. It's a lot easier to drive fast, at least for me. I know for Justin as well, if you've got someone right in front of you that you can try to chase down versus just driving by yourself. Which right now I have no idea this guy's behind me. Like, I haven't looked behind me. I wear earplugs when I race. Don't have the best hearing. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not the best either. And plus with the earplugs and the helmet, sometimes I can't hear the engines of the other cars unless they're real close. So I don't really know he's back there, and I don't care. If I start looking behind me, I think it's going to slow me down. So we're just going to try to go as fast as we can. A little concern here, I haven't driven very much this year. So let's see if stamina plays a role in this race. See, the gap opened up a little bit. He made a little bit of a mistake there, going into the slow S's, and it let the gap open up. So I'm going to try to put down some fast laps, see if I can catch Justin. But, you know, it seems like he's right there, but, I mean, it's still kind of a distance. And from laps, I went back and looked at the race data. From laps, yeah, I'm not really catching them. You can tell from the reference points that I mentioned earlier. From lap 6 to the end of the race, I was within 2/10 of my laps. I was kind of, you know, going within 2/10. So I thought that was pretty consistent. A little slower than I wanted to go, but that's okay. You know, it's the first race of the year, kind of getting back into it. And these are not rental cars. These are a lot more difficult to drive as far as food. These things will tire you out. The rental cars I can drive, you know, all day long, not really feel it, but these are a little bit of a different story. And this is a short track because they're building some new tracks out at PKC, and you're just constantly it feels like you're constantly just turning. There's very little time to rest here, where the old track, you know, it was about 0.8 miles long. You had a little bit more time to rest. Some of those corners were not as sharp. As far as just back-to-back corners that were sharp. So this one definitely, this little short track is definitely a little more tiring, I'd say, than the old track. And you see a gap there open up between Vicent and Justin in second place. Now, turn 3 right here is super rough. I'd have to like roll off the throttle here. This turn right here, it's really rough. You can see the cart bounce. Now the GoPro has stabilization, so it does a really good job of kind of stabilizing the shot. But I'm telling you, that was a really rough entrance. Several months ago, we used to be able to run that flat out on race day. Exit 2, and then 2 to go. And then hit turn 3 full blast here. You got to roll off the throttle. All right, I'm trying to hold on to third. I've got cart 5, really challenging here. We're going to take a look and ride with him, looking backwards and see kind of what he's doing. Takes a little bit of a look to the inside there. Still kind of far away, but we got one more lap to go. Coming down here for a white flag. Trying to hold on to third place. I look back there. Now I know he's back there. I can kind of see him. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. So if I put down just a fast qualifying lap, he shouldn't be able to pass me unless he does like just a way better lap given how far back he is, which is not real far back, but far back enough that if I run my lines, he shouldn't catch me. And right there, he tries, you know, a couple of times. Really good try, but he just needs a little bit more time. You can see the rain clouds in the back. Luckily, it wasn't raining, but definitely a threat of rain. And we finished in third place to start out the season. Started to kind of feel it towards the end, so it was a good result for the first race of the year. And I appreciate y'all watching. Drop me a comment below, say shout out, and I will, first 3 people I will give you, who comment below shout out, I will give you a shout out in the next video. Alright, so that was it, and I will, as always, I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.